Hi, I'm Rach from The Wrong Crowd, and I'm going to be showing you how to make some puppet hands. There's many ways to make puppet hands, but today I'm going to show you how to make them out of fabric. So, if you see, like this. So it's basically making a glove and then stuffing it and wiring it. So we need to start with your own hand and then start to make a template. So then we put our own hand down on a piece of paper, draw around it and then cut it out. So then you've got it like this. And if you want to elongate the fingers to make them really long bony fingers, you can do that. Carry on there. And then you get your piece of fabric. This is calico. It's like a thick cotton. You can get it from fabric stores, or you can use anything that's left over at home. So you'll have to fold your material in two. So when you go to cut it out, you'll have two identical halves to then sew. So then you get your template and then you put it down onto your fabric. Now you need to follow the line of what you cut very closely, all the way around. So keep doing this. So you've got it like that. Now we need to cut about 1/2 inch round your hand. So we start to do this. The line that you've drawn is what you'll be sewing down, so we'll be following that line. So start cutting this out. So you've got that, 2 pieces. So we now cut out our hand and we're ready to get the sewing machine. Here is one I made earlier. So we just need a straight stitch all the way along the edge of the hand. This can be quite tricky when you get to the points of the tops of the fingers, but just take your time. So then there we have it. We have our glove to make our hands. Now, let's get rid of this. So then, where you need to cut then is just to cut this in the middle of the fingers. You need to get as close as you can, all the way down. Otherwise it starts to pucker as you turn it inside out. So get that right in there. So it gets it right down there. This may fray and you'll have to re-stitch on the other side, but that's okay. And do with the thumb as well. Okay, so then we need to turn this inside out. Now this takes a bit of time to then push all the fingers through. So let's have a go. You can use your own finger for some of them and then use the blunt end of a pencil to kind of push it through. Sometimes you might need a pair of pliers. So push it through like this. Right, there it is. Now they're all through. And all the fabric's been pulled out. Just a bit of the thumb. So then you've got your glove. If you've already done one, you've got to remember that you're doing the other side, otherwise you end up with 2 right hands. So now we have the hand, we need to then stuff the tops of the fingers. So then we get our wadding. You can get it from an old pillow or fabric shop. So then you can start to stuff little balls with on the end of your pencil, then push it right up to the top. So you start to get a form of the fingers. And you continue to do this. Once you've done the tops of the fingers, you then need some wire to make an armature inside, so you can actually then bend them into shapes that you want, whether it's pointing or whatever. So then we need to kind of get pieces of wire the length of your fingers, and then just start to kind of cut these bits and then push them through into the ends of the fingers. So then we keep cutting lengths of fingers. And once you've got all the fingers in there, I mean all the wire for the fingers in there, you then start to stuff around it. Being careful not to move the wires too much. Stuff for a little bit, and then get the rest of your wires at the base of the hand, and then just give it a little bit of tape so they all keep together. And then we can push those bits of wire right in, and then we continue to stuff the hand. So making sure this is the right way around. Continue to stuff. Looking at your own hand all the time to see where all the kind of fleshy bits are, because you can start getting that fleshy bit in and all this around here. You'll end up using a lot more wadding than you actually think. It does squash down quite a bit. To stuff that finger a little bit more. That's it. Start to flesh it out. Flesh out the thumb. There we go. Now you can cut it off there, or, which I quite like, is that you continue it all the way along and make a wrist. So then it's got something for you to actually hold on to. So then we finish stuffing the hand. And then take that end bit over. And I'll just pin it for now, but you can hand sew that end bit. So there you go, that's some puppet hands, and you can attach them to an existing puppet you already have, or maybe a head, or they could be just floating hands in space, whatever you fancy. Simple, quick way of making some cloth puppet hands.